Have you been researching Tulsa, Oklahoma? You're thinking about moving to Tulsa, Oklahoma or one of the surrounding suburbs, and you really want to know what the weather's like. Well, I know I've done a few videos and I talk about the weather and I'm like, well, in the summer it's hot, hot. In the winter it's cold, cold. We have a few great months, that's how I feel and that's true. But I have had people, reach out to me talking about, relocating to the Tulsa area and really wanting to know more specifics. So I dived into the data, got some actual numbers. So in this video, I am going to show you what the weather is actually like here in the Tulsa area as far as humidity goes, as far as days above 100 degrees, days below 32 degrees, rainfall, and those kind of things. And if this is your first time to our channel and you want to know everything that there is to know about living in Tulsa, Oklahoma or the surrounding suburbs, then tap that little bell notification and subscribe. That way you can be the first to know what's going on in our local Tulsa area real estate market. I'm Sabrina Shaw. I am a local real estate agent here in the Tulsa area. And my team and I get calls every single day from people just like you who need help buying and selling in the Tulsa area. And let me tell you, we absolutely love it. So, whether you're moving in 9 days, 90 days, 9 months, give us a call, shoot us an email, send us a text message, jump on a Zoom call, and we would love to help you make that seamless move to Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Okay, so we are looking at data from the National Weather Service, and it was last updated June of 2023. And I'm going to be going back and forth between, my slides and the actual graph on the National Weather Service, simply because I had my VA, put them into graphs, noticing as this is the second time to record this, because as I was going through the data, I was like, that's not right, that's not right. So I wanted you guys to be able to see them easier to read, but it's just not going to happen. It will occasionally, you'll get an idea, but I want to make sure and give you the accurate data. So the average high temperatures, this one's actually off. Here we go. And so remember, this is the average high temperature. So not record high, it's the average high. So your hottest months, when I say it's going to be hot, hot, that's going to be June, July, and August. So June, you've got the average of 88. July, you've got the average of 93. August, you have the average of 93. July is a little bit hotter, 93.6. Okay, and then when I say it's going to be cold, cold, we'll see that when we talk about 32 degrees and under, but an average high for January. So it can be cold, cold, but then it can be, the average high can be nice too. So January, 48.9, February 54, December 50 degrees. Okay, and then those months that we absolutely adore and love are March and April. March still is honestly, it's a little bit chilly and sometimes you can get great patio weather, but it usually stays kind of cold. But the average high temp is 63, April, the average high temp is 72, and May, the average high temp is 79. So lovely patio weather. And then our September, October, 84 in September, October 73. And when I think about the perfect weather, it's in the 70s, anything in the 70s, lower 80s, I adore. And that is not too hot. So November 61. Okay, so now the average low temperatures. Okay, when it's cold, that's going to be December, January, February are your coldest months. So the average low temperature is going to be 31 degrees in December. It's going to be 28 degrees in January and 31 degrees in February. So cold, which is usually, early in the mornings, at night when the sun comes out, and I'll show you sunny days in a second, it warms up a little bit. Okay, March, April, May, the lows can still be cold. So in March, 40 an average low, again in the mornings or at night, but it still makes it hard, especially if you work outside of the home, or you don't work from home and you have to go, into an office. Then, you leave dressing for winter. By lunchtime, it's spring. And then by the afternoon, it's summer. You need to dress for all 3 seasons sometimes. I need my glasses. I'm going to grab my glasses. Okay, average mean temperature, which mean is the middle. January, February, March. You're going to be 38 in January, 42 in February, 52 in March, but actually winter months I'm talking about. So December, 41. So cold, but not below freezing for the middle temperature. That's when, they do all the numbers and cross off until you get right to the middle. Okay, and our summer, June, July, and August are our hottest months. or the mean is 78, 83, and 82. Not bad. And of course, that beautiful March, April, May, 52, 60, 69, September, October, 73, 62. And November is like give or take. Sometimes it can be beautiful, sometimes it can be freezing. Okay, here we go. Record high temps. January, 82 degrees. February 90, March 99. Is that not insane? April, we've had 102, May 100. June, we've had a record high of 108. July, 113. August, 115. And September, 109. Oh my goodness. And actually, we are in a heat wave right now, along with several other states. I want to show you this. Let me pull up the weather for the weather forecast. It's 93 right now. It's 10 o'clock. It's 93. We're under a heat advisory, excessive heat warning. And I go down. The high today is 104, 3 p.m. And the rest of the week, Friday, 103 high. But the low is 78. So, it's super hot during the day. Like you go outside and you do start to sweat. But like in the evening and in the morning, I'm still outside, enjoying the day, reflecting on the day, journaling, whatever, enjoying the breeze. So, that 78, at night, that feels good. For example, today, maybe not. It says at 8 p.m. it's going to be 97. At 9 p.m. it's going to be 92. I'm in bed by 9:30. So maybe not this week, but I swear I go outside and it feels good. Okay, Friday 103, Saturday 102. Sunday, we get a break from the heat and it's gonna go to 95. Monday, high of 89. Tuesday, high of 90. Wednesday, high of 93. Back to normal. Just wanted to give you a weather forecast for today. Travis Meyer is your guy who you need to watch. He'll give you the best weather forecast, but that's just using that app. Okay, October, November, December, we've had 90s and 80s. Okay, so, it's gotten hot here. Okay, record low temps. Oh my goodness, look at this. January and February, negative 16, negative 15. March before, negative 3. December, negative 8. So in the winter, it has got record low. It's gone below freezing. In the summer, May, June, July, 32, 49, 51. Again, that's your morning stuff. Even my lovely months, April and May, 22 and 32. Again in the morning. October, November, 15 and 10. All right, average days above 100 degrees. They obviously, aren't averaging in the summer. And it's obviously multiple years. So in June, okay, we only have less than a day above 100 degrees. July, 4. August, 5. Okay, so when you think about that, that's not really that bad. September, less than 1. So, it could happen. Average days at or above 90 degrees. Now, this is where I say it's hot. So above 90 in our summers, you're going to have 14 days in June, 24 days in July, 22 days in August, 9 in September, sometimes 1 in October. If you're at football season, the October games, if you're in Tulsa or Oklahoma, sometimes the October games, the beginning ones can be hot. Okay, average days are below, 32 degrees. January, 21 days. Okay, February, 15 days. March, rounding to 7. November, 8. And December, 18. Okay, so we're gonna have 71 days, the average days that are at or below 32 degrees, 71. So that's where, that's a little over 2 months. Okay, average days below 0 degrees, look at this, nothing. February, it's 0.2, so not even a day. So it happens, but not very much at all. Okay, average rainfall. Our rainiest months are March, April, and May. And you can see that in March, we have an average of 3 inches, April, 4 inches, May, 5 inches. June, we get a lot of rain. We do get a lot of rain in June too. So 4 inches, actually more, that's interesting, more in June than March. Then July, 3, August 3, September 3. We're pretty consistent with our rainfall. I'll tell you, my relocation buyers, I love talking to them and asking them questions and, just finding out the differences of how they feel. And they're like, it's so crazy. When it rains here, it's it's just thunderstorms and downpours for an hour, hour and a half, and then it's fine. They're like, your rain is so dramatic, which is funny. And thunder is scary. I love thunderstorms. We're getting to that. Okay, average number of rain days, 6 in January, 6 in February, March 8, April 9, May 11, June 9, July 7, it keeps going. October, very rainy, average of 8. Interesting. With about 94 rainy days. Again, that doesn't mean it's going to rain all day. We're going to have about 94 days of rain. Have an umbrella in your car. Average number of thunderstorm days, 50. March, April, May, June are your big thunderstorm months. July 2, 6. August, 6. Wow. It's amazing what data does. You think and then you look at the data. That's why it's always important, to not count on headlines or, just what people think, because when you actually look at the data, that can't be argued. It just is what it is. It's data. Okay, average number of thunderstorm days, 50. That's different than rain days. Rain days, it just rains, not thunderstorming. Thunderstorm days, you're getting the loud thunder. I love thunderstorm days when I, can work at the house, my computer, just do some things. In the evenings on thunderstorm days, it's nice, to read a book or watch a movie under a blanket. And I still do that in the summer sometimes, because my air conditioner's on, have a blanket on. An average number of thunderstorm days, your most are going to be April, May, June, July, August, September, 50 days. Okay, average snowfall. So it snows once a year, at least usually, sometimes, more than that. Usually it's just a couple inches. It seems like every decade we have a big storm where there's just a lot of snowfall or ice. It just kind of shuts everything down. So January, February, March, the average is, 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches. November 1, December 2. We've gotten white Christmases before, so that's really nice, with an average of, 9 inches a year. Record snowfall, 22 inches in February, 12 inches in January, 19 in March. I remember that one. 10 in November, 11 in December. Okay, that's record. Average percent of sunshine. So in January, even though it's cold, 53% of our days are sunny. February, 56. March, 58. April, 60. May, 60. June, 66. July, 74. August, 73. September, 66. October, 64. November 56, December 53, with 62% sunny days. It's sunny right now outside. Okay, winds, average wind speed. Until I started doing video, I did not realize how windy Oklahoma is, but it is windy. So an average is, look, every month between 8, almost 9. So, between 9 and 12, an average of 10.2. So, every month there's not a big, huge up and down between anything. I guess March makes sense, 11.9 average wind speed. So it's windy. I don't know what this means. Average heating degree days and average cooling degree days. So I'm going to skip that. Okay, this is important for planting flowers and plants. Always look at the Farmer's Almanac to get the best estimate. So the average date of 32 degrees, March 29th, average. First, November 3rd, but the latest recorded, May 2nd, we got freezing temps, and the earliest was October 7th. So usually when I plant my flowers and stuff, which I was way behind this year, but when I plant my flowers, I always usually wait till April 15th, but you just check that almanac. Okay, our elevation is 650 feet. Oh, updated June 5th. I think I said June 2023. Okay, so that is our weather. But what is also something to note about Oklahoma weather is our humidity. So let's take a look at our humidity. Okay, and so our average humidity is 79 in the morning, and in the afternoons it's 48. That's average. But then I go over here and it has it by month. And our humidity, stays relatively in the 70s, January 67, February 66, March 61, April 61, May 68, June 67, July 61, August 62%, September 67, October 64, November 67, and December 68. This is Oklahoma, and this is relative humidity in the percentage. So if you read this, let's read it, let's learn. Warm air can absorb more moisture than cold air. The relative humidity indicates how much moisture can be physically contained in the air. Okay, so at a high humidity, a person feels uncomfortable and perceives it as oppressive. So in general, a relative humidity of between 40 to 60% feels pleasant. So I don't think we got to 60% ever. We got to 62%, but you know, that's still on this high side between 40 and 60%. Our average humidity is 61%. So on average, it's just a little above what's over comfortable. It is highly humid. I've never really noticed it. It doesn't affect, I think the people who notice it, well, for women maybe, it's like when your hair goes crazy with humidity. Mine doesn't. A couple of my friends, their hair does. And they're like, oh, the humidity. So I never really noticed. It's just, you know, it's just what I've grown up with. It is what it is. This also says it's dry in July. It's quite dry in July, 61, with the highest value of 68 in May. So there you go. That's our humidity. And I am going to talk about tornadoes too, but that is going to be a whole nother video. And I'm going to do a video just over tornadoes in Oklahoma.
Okay, well, there you have it. That is our very detailed explanation of weather in Oklahoma. I hope that it was helpful. Again, if you're thinking about, you know, making that move to Tulsa, Oklahoma, or any of our surrounding suburbs, you know, reach out. My team and I would love to show you around town. And if this video was beneficial, you know, please give it a thumbs up. And if there's anything that you'd like me to do a video over, you know, put it in the comments and I would love to add that to my list.